What's going on, Atlanta Hawks fans? Y'all know it is your boy Antoine Smith. My boy ATL Sports Zone. He put up a tweet and said the Falcons are the fourth, had the fourth best odds to land Kawhi Leonard. Isn't that ironic? Me, A1, let's get it GA and my boy Cam at Go Time Sports, Go Time Productions. We talked about Kawhi possibly coming to Atlanta. This is what they had to say.
Before that, man, I got a special question for our special guest Cam, man. I want
He
to
ready?
know.
Oh yeah,
I
he
want
ready.
to know this off season. There's a possibility Atlanta may need another veteran. Could you possibly see any scenario of the Atlanta Hawks poking around to see if they can get Kawhi Leonard from the Clippers?
Oh man. Oh shit.
Cam's a Kawhi Leonard fan, by the way, y'all. Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's back there. It's back there. That's why he asked. I already know why he asked.
Oh man, that's a great question, man. Okay, I'm gonna give you my journalist perspective and my fan perspective. As a fan, why not? Why not Kawhi Leonard come back to the Eastern Conference? A place that he could have ruled for an extra 3 or 4 years if he stayed in Toronto after LeBron James leaves. Why not? Why not Kawhi Leonard
He got
teaming
homesick.
up? You know what I'm saying? Teaming up with teaming up with the Jalen Johnson, a young Hawk squad. Why not? You can poke. Sure. It's America. You can do whatever you want to whomever you please. Now, here's my journalist perspective. Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you why. Kawhi Leonard wants to remain on the West Coast. Kawhi Leonard is from Los Angeles. He wants to retire somewhere along the West Coast.
Yep.
When you add Kawhi Leonard to a team like the Atlanta Hawks, Kawhi Leonard is having the best season of his career. He'll be 35 very soon. I really think about his durability as he goes forward in his career, his health. Do you want to give up your young pieces that you're technically still developing as the Atlanta Hawks for an individual that is going to have questions about his health? Now, let me knock on wood, and I just hope he doesn't have more issues with his health going forward. But you have an opportunity to address a certain need, such as a true center at the draft. And you can't really do that if you give up your assets to get an aging superstar. And I mean, Kawhi Leonard's playing magnificent basketball. The dude is playing spectacular. Yeah. This is what he's looked like the most he's looked like since he was in Toronto. But he's only going to get older, though. And so I don't think, as a journalist, I don't think that it would be wise for the Hawks to do that. It would be, again, you can inquire, you can do that. But I just don't think.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cam. The only piece that I see them getting up that the young pieces that they have, would probably only be Zachary Ricochet. It probably a draft pick.
You know what's crazy? My pops told me we spoke about it yesterday as well as we were watching the draft, the WNBA draft, and this Knicks series. Not to go back or anything, but this Knicks series, as much as it's gonna say a whole lot about both teams, we really gonna learn about Ricochet in this series. He is your number one overall pick. And I'm sorry, he's done nothing.
He just don't fit.
But to the backside, Cam, I don't think Quinn has gave him an opportunity. I don't think Quinn has gave him an opportunity. Which goes by, is Quinn going to even play Zach in this series against the Knicks? That's the question.
And that's the thing. That is the thing. Because I thought about that today. Because I made a post earlier in 2026 where I said I genuinely don't know what Quinn is doing with Ricochet. I genuinely don't know what he. I don't think he knows how to use him. Like, it's just, if you got Stephon Castle, because Stephon Castle and Zachary Ricochet were in the same draft class. Stephon Castle's a rookie of the year. You mean to tell me that Stephon Castle couldn't have won rookie of the year in Atlanta? You won rookie of the year with Wemby on your team. You won rookie of the year with a rebuilding team that we're seeing now, who is a favorite to win a championship.
And think about that too, Cam. I'm glad you said that, because if you get Stephon Castle, you trade early, you possibly get more draft picks.
Exactly.
In the right situation. Yeah.
Exactly. And Dirty Bird Gang, shout out Dirty Bird Gang. He made a good point. I would not trade for Kawhi Leonard. He would have to come here in free agency. Don't mess up this young core or your ability to draft or sign a true C. I agree. Because I don't think people understand. If the Hawks lose this series, this is not the end of the world.
At all.
The Knicks have more to lose than the Hawks. We are going to have some uncomfortable conversations. Even if the Knicks win and they go 7 games with the Atlanta Hawks, a team that people did not expect to be a top 6 seed, a team that people did not expect to be better without Trae Young, we are going to have some uncomfortable conversations about this team. And I'm sorry, you have the Hawks respectfully have an extra, I'm gonna just go, just giving a rough estimate, they have a good 4 to 5 year head start right now. If we're talking young teams, young teams in the NBA competing in these playoffs, Detroit, you still got OKC, you still got San Antonio, Houston is still finding their way. You still got them, you building around Amen Thompson and Alperen Sengun and Jabari Smith. You still, Boston is still a young team, and they may very well still win a championship. That's what people don't understand. So if I'm Tony Ressler, if I'm Onsi, I am weighing, okay, how bad do we want to win a championship with how badly do we really want to construct this roster in Atlanta, this young core with unique potential that has the possibility to be what Detroit is right now, this time next season. This time last year, Detroit was the 6th seed, and they took New York to 6 games. And if you really want to be technical, Detroit, I had Detroit winning that series. The way they was getting up in Jalen Brunson, I'm like, hey, okay, y'all making some noise. And what happened? They have the best record in the East. They have home court advantage all throughout these playoffs until the NBA Finals, unless you play Houston or the Lakers or somebody and they make it to the conference or they make it to the NBA Finals. But I would not trade. I would not trade for Kawhi Leonard. I would keep my pieces, no matter how much Kawhi would be an offensive and a defensive presence. He would be. Now, I would trade for Kawhi if Kawhi was approximately 6 years younger than what he is right now. That's a no-brainer. But
Kawhi,
absolutely. So if you're I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, man, because you're giving up a lot of depth, and that was the issue with Phoenix just a few years ago when they went to the finals, and you gave up your depth. You gave up a Mikal Bridges to Brooklyn. You gave up Cam Johnson to Brooklyn. You gave up your depth to add Kevin Durant. Again, Kevin Durant did what he was supposed to do. He didn't win a championship, but he was still averaging 28, 27 in his sleep. But it was the fact that they didn't have depth. They didn't have, and then they gave up Chris Paul for Bradley Beal, and then you saw how that ended up. And so I just think that organizations should face reality that even though these older players are still highly productive players, there is no guarantee that they are going to lead you to a championship. We saw that with Kevin Durant. We saw that with Kawhi Leonard and when Russell Westbrook and Paul George and James Harden came to the Clippers. Like we saw that. Now, again, when in the first 2 years of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard's tenure with the Clippers, you think like, hey man, like they're gonna win a championship. We all thought that. I mean, they're in the prime of their careers. But after that third year, fourth year, fifth year, now we in the seventh year. It's like it's not happening. Like that's the reality. So no, man, I would love to see Kawhi in a more man. I would love to see Kawhi. I don't think he's going to win in LA. I don't think me personally, this could have all been avoided if he went to the Lakers. I can't lie to you. All this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Now you got the guys' points. They make great points throughout this take. But y'all know what to do. Drop them comments in the comment box. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Antoine Smith signing off. I will holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.